thank you so much for being on the call.
You're very welcome.
I am just so shocked right now. I mean, you both look so different, so amazing. I don't know if my staff told you, but we're celebrating in February Heart Healthy Month, and we just thought it would be amazing to talk to people that have gone through the program together because of all of the years that I've been doing this program, I've always seen the most dramatic changes with people when they go through together. You know, whether it's a couple or, I've had moms and sons, I've had sisters, um, partners, couples. It's just always so powerful. So thank you for being willing to share your story. I want to start off with well, letting everybody know. I think most people know, that I'm Dr. CJ Benkert with PuraVida Wellness. We specialize in transformation programs, basically helping people get their health back. So I wanted to start off with, you telling your story. Why did you come in? How did you hear about, the PuraVida Wellness system? And what was your reason for coming in the beginning? And then we'll just kind of go from there. Who wants to
Um,
start? I
I'll
think
start.
Bianca came in first, right, Bianca?
Yeah. So I started just because I had been wanting and trying, of course, to lose weight different, using different strategies. But I saw two girls at work had been losing a lot of weight, and I asked them, what were they doing, and they told me about Pure Vita Wellness. They explained they tried to explain like the hand, what is the hand sensor thing and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? So, but still, I was immediately interested just because I had seen, their success. So
Yeah.
I, made my appointment right away. Within that week, I met you, and was ready right away to start up. Wasn't really worried about the price or anything because, I was kind of at my end point. Like I tried everything I could. So why not try something that I could tell for sure would work because, looking at them, I knew it was successful. So that's what
Right.
made me do it.
So you had tried a lot of things in the past, but you were just frustrated and
Hmm.
struggling. I think you came in last July, right?
Oh gosh, it's been that long now. Yeah, it was around that
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And then so let's just kind of go through your story and then Helmut will get with you because
All right.
I know you've both had amazing results. So Bianca, when you started, what was it like going through the program? Was it hard? Was it easy? What was your experience as you were going through?
Well, in the beginning, I was just more worried than anything about what I couldn't eat, thinking about, will I, I know I can't have chips and carbs and I love
Right.
breads and pastas and all that. So in the beginning, I was kind of more focused on all the things I couldn't have.
Mm,
Then I finally kind of got into my rhythm maybe within 2 weeks. It wasn't immediate for me at all. But I figured if I paid this money, let me just do it. Let me just
yeah.
do what I have to do. And then it was good seeing the girls at work. They kept, encouraging me and saying, hey, are you doing this? And, this is what you can do. Try this, try that. So the support that they were giving me as well, knowing that I wasn't doing it alone.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it started off I was more worried about what I couldn't do. And then when I focused on what I could do, I realized, oh, there are
Yeah.
actually a lot of options, what you can eat and
Yeah.
things like that. So yeah, it turned into more of a routine for me. And the pre-planning was everything because if I didn't plan it out ahead of time, then I was kind of more frustrated at work. Like, okay, now what am I going to do? So for me, it was definitely make sure I plan the meal at least a day in advance or cook a
Yes.
couple of meals at a time, take it to work. And then I found if I had everything I needed when I got there, then I wouldn't cheat. I wouldn't feel the need to cheat or have all these different thoughts. So that's
Okay.
what worked for me.
All right. And then so what was going on during the program in your body? Like, what were the results that you started to see? And what
So
did you want to have happen? Was it just about weight for you, or were you concerned about your health as well?
Yeah, so I don't have any health problems. I didn't have any health problems, but I'm always concerned just because of family history. So my dad has diabetes and, high blood pressure. My mom, she doesn't really have any health problems, but, family history on both sides is there. So that's
Yeah.
always a concern in the back of my mind, not wanting to get that diagnosis, not wanting to get to the point that, okay, now you're technically overweight, now you have high blood pressure, especially with my job. So, being kind of stressful. So I didn't want to ever get the bad news. So I was more being preventive than anything.
Oh, proactive. That's awesome. So what were your results through the first round?
Okay, so the first round, I think I lost about 25 pounds. And I was so excited because for me, having that to drop under 200 was like the first goal for me to see that one in the front again, because I hadn't
Yeah.
seen it in so long. So when
I
I
think I
got to
remember
like
you saying that.
199, I'm sorry.
I think I remember you saying that when you first came in, like, I just want to get below 200 first.
Yeah, that was my first goal. But when I reached that one, I'm like, okay, let's reach for the next one. So
Yeah.
I actually just started another 40 rounds, 40-day round was 2 days ago. So I'm on day
Oh,
2 right now.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then what's your ultimate goal?
So I thought I had a number in mind, but
Yeah.
the more weight I lose is not so much about the number now. It's kind of more like what I feel like and what I look like and how my uniform fits at work. So every time I think I know my goal, it changes. So ultimately, I don't know what my goal will be, but right now, today, my goal is to lose another 16 pounds.
Nice. And then what's your metabolic age when you started and what is it now? Do you know?
I don't remember what it was when I started, but it was definitely over my actual age for sure.
Yeah.
And the other day, I believe it was closer to my actual age when I checked.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And then how did Helmut end up coming
Yes.
in? How
So
did you end up?
initially, I wanted him to come with me the first, when I first started, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
But when I got there, I'm like, well, I have to be, concerned about myself first, at least. Let me, get on the right page. So
Sure.
yeah, he saw the results and decided to get on board as well.
So he came in a little bit later. I'm trying to remember. Helmut, when did you first start?
I believe it was November.
Yeah, because it was right
Okay.
before Thanksgiving.
Yep, right
Mhm.
before
Why did,
Thanksgiving.
and you look like a totally different person.
Oh, I've lost a lot of weight already. I've lost a total of 55 pounds.
Bianca, you have a new man.
It's frustrating though because he lost that weight so fast, and I can't even lose like the 50 pounds. And I'm like, what? But he's so successful with it.
This is what always happens when it's a male and a female. Yeah, the female always compares himself to the male, and the problem is you don't want to be him because he's got a ton of testosterone. His hormones are completely different. And when you have more testosterone, it's easier to get into fat burning. It's easier to release the fat. And women are always going to be about half of what men do. That's just the hormonal reality, unfortunately. So please do not. I mean, you've done amazing. You look amazing. You look like a different person too. Please don't
Thank
compare
you.
yourself to him. Yeah. So, Helmut, what happened? I don't even
Well,
recognize you.
I'll start off with the first 3 to 5 days were difficult adjusting. After that, I've had no difficulty whatsoever. Every day since I've been on the program, I've felt better, and my energy level is skyrocketed. Um, my blood pressure has gone down. No medication. I was borderline diabetic, no longer. Um,
Wow.
just
And this is just since November, October, November.
yes.
A couple of months.
Drastic change. And it's not just losing the weight. I'm eating the right foods, which is very important than just losing weight. That's what's made the big difference in my health and my energy level. It's been great. I still have a ways to go. My goal is to lose another 55 pounds.
Okay.
Wow,
Really?
yes.
Then, because you look from your before picture, I looked at it right before I got on. I mean, you look like you're like 60, 70 years old, and I know what your age is.
Hmm.
And now you look way younger than your actual age. So you go another 55 pounds, he's gonna look like a teenager. He's gonna look like this young teenage, early 20s man.
Well, I'm looking forward to losing some more weight, but what's most important is I'm feeling really good and I don't ever feel deprived of anything.
Yeah.
And
So
I,
can you both talk about that? Like the foods. Like I know in the beginning it's a lot people because we're addicted to food. We have all these addictions and especially processed food. It's got chemicals in it that make us want it and crave it. You know, there's a rhyme to their reason. And then, you know, when you're stuck in sugar burning, all you're craving are are the foods that your body can use. So if you can't use healthy foods for fuel, your body's not going to give you cravings for those. It's going to give you cravings for what you can use for fuel because you have to have fuel. So talk about like the food changes and did the cravings change and what are a lot of the foods now that you're enjoying that maybe you didn't think you would enjoy compared to before?
go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, for me in the beginning, I always chips and that kind of thing was something that I did
Yeah.
crave initially, and I think just not having it after a while didn't so much call for it because I would still sometimes buy that for the kids because I didn't want to just completely deprive them. So I know in the beginning, if I didn't have it in the house, it was so much easier. But then when we had it, I'm like, so I would actually like have these conversations with myself in the beginning, like, do I want to have these chips right now? And then I'm thinking about going back to Teresa and getting on the scale and my body telling on me and all that, that check-in kind of thing. And then she'll tell me about the water in my cells and all that kind of thing. So I was thinking a little bit further out with having to check in the following week. So I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh, so the accountability helped you make better decisions?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Because it's
So
like,
are there,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, are there foods now that you're eating a lot of that you are surprised that you enjoy them, and what are they?
Yeah, so I'm definitely working vegetables into my meals a lot more, whereas before I might have maybe a salad or string beans throughout the week here and there. But now
Yeah,
that it has to be a part of every meal pretty much, you kind of change, you have to change things up. I need the variety. So, the squash, the zucchini, what the bell peppers, onions, all of that, but add them in a lot more than before.
yeah,
Trying just different recipes too, looking
yeah,
online, trying to see, not necessarily vegan, but there are a lot of vegan options that, work in the vegetables a little bit more, and then I can still have the protein as well. So even trying different proteins that I might not have been trying before. Before
like
I was more,
like buffalo.
yes, that
It is
too. The
good.
lamb, he's cooking lamb today.
Oh
So
wow,
just,
love
the
that.
variation also lets you know that there are more than, one or two things you can eat, which makes you feel like you can eat. It's not like you're depriving yourself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me,
How about you, Helmut? Are there foods that you're enjoying now that
Yes, my taste buds have changed too.
uh,
Brussels sprouts, string beans, cabbage, all spaghetti squash, butternut squash, acorn squash, all these things I really enjoy. I really enjoy using avocados as well.
nice?
All the vegetables I really have a good taste for. I like a lot of chicken anyway, so I eat a lot of chicken, fish, all kinds of fish, salmon, cod, um, and very rarely we will have certain cuts of the lamb
Mm-hmm.
because most of it's fat. So I try to get a nice lean cut of that. And when I do eat a lot of meats, I try to trim off a lot of the fat too. I don't like it anyway, but
Yeah.
my taste buds have changed too a lot. I don't crave no sugar whatsoever. And I
Wow.
always eat a lot of vegetables and doing the 40 days, always have my fruit. Um,
Yep.
and it's good because it says to have a good variety of fruit too. Change
Mm-hmm.
it up all the time.
Yeah. Because there's no way you can drop the amount of weight that both of you dropped that quickly unless you were in fat burning and you were in a healthy mode. So your body has definitely switched to fat burning, and that's why your body is craving different foods. It's not that we want to keep you in fat burning for the rest of your life. It's really good to alternate back and forth. You know, sugar burning, fat burning, feast, famine. It's all about variety and throwing different things at the body because we want the body to be really metabolically flexible. But most people need to stay in fat burning for a good 6 months, close to 12 months to really train those cells, those little energy factories in the cell, the mitochondria, how to be really good at burning fat for fuel so that it's really easy just to go in and out of later when you're young enough metabolically and healthy enough metabolically. So I have a question. When you were going into the next stage, when you had to bring in all the healthy fats, did it freak you out? Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be eating all this fat. I'm going to gain a bunch of weight. Fat's bad. Fat's bad. Fat makes you fat.
No, I wasn't freaked out, but you know what? I was fulfilled already with the meals I was eating. So the avocados and the olive oil and that, great, but I'm still full. So I was like, okay, let me get this in. It's not like I was that hungry. And I do the next stage, I like a lot of nuts. So I eat a lot of almond nuts and that. And I like avocados, but I really don't want to eat something I don't like either.
Yeah.
And there's so many things I do like that the avocados, I eat avocados every day.
Good. Me too. They're so healthy for you. Did you know that avocados have like 10 times more potassium than a banana?
Oh, I never knew that.
Avocados. Yeah, they're filled with all kinds of nutrients, B vitamins, but yeah, very high in potassium and one of the healthiest oils you can put in your body. So let's see, a couple more questions. I don't want to take too much of your time, but thank you again for interviewing with me and sharing your story, because you sharing your story and being willing to, stand up and say, this is what happened with me and this is the change that happened in my life. You're going to help someone else make that decision. And that's that's why we're here, I believe, is just to help people and be our best so that we can be examples and lights. That's why you came in, Bianca. Your coworkers were lights. They were like, look what I'm doing. And you saw, they were shining out and you saw that. And you're like, I want that. So you're going to do that for other people. So I think a couple more questions. What's the one thing that changed in your life? Like the one most amazing thing that has changed in your life so far since being with us?
I'd say it's not even so much for me, but honestly, it's more about him because I was more concerned about his health because he's a little bit older than I am. And, we have the little one. So I was more, even though I wanted to lose weight as well, I'm like, I want him to do it. Like, I want him to be successful. And then for him to start and be like so strong and willing to do it. He sleeps better. He doesn't really snore as loud anymore. He has the energy. Yeah, it's been all good. You know what I mean? We can go walk and he's not out of breath. He's actually pulling me to go exercise now. Yes.
Loves you. Her most amazing thing is you. And then how old's your little one?
4. The youngest is 4. Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good why. That's a powerful why.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to be healthy? For him.
Mm-hmm.
For him, yeah. To leave a legacy for him and to be an example for him. All right. So what's the most amazing thing for you, Helmut?
The most amazing thing has been feeling a lot better, my health.
Yeah.
I just feel great. Feel better about myself as well.
Mm-hmm. Can you see how different you look when you look in the mirror? Like,
I do. I do.
I mean, not only has your body shrunk, but for some reason,
as much of a change on the outside, there's even more of a change on the inside, which is great.
Oh, I like that.
Because I tried other diets before and my energy level was way down. and it didn't take care of any of the other things. It was just depriving my body of what it needed. Most of the diets deprive you. And then realistically, the diets, a lot of other diets out there, are you going to continue to eat like that the rest of your life? That's
or those pre-made meals and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want something that's
Packages and boxes.
normal. I think that's the best thing about PuraVida is that you can still like live your regular life. You can still go shopping. You cook your food. So it's not like, oh, at some point when I stop PuraVida, like I have to do something different. You just keep doing what you're doing anyway. You just know what to do.
Yeah.
And one of the big things that has helped both of us is when we do cook, we cook enough for the next day for our lunches. So we already know when I go to work, I have my lunch already pre-prepared. And that makes it a lot easier.
Oh, I
And
love
shopping
that.
and all that.
What a great idea. I mean, when you're cooking healthy food, it's no big deal. Like, I don't mind eating the same food the next day. That's great. What a time saver.
It is. It really is.
All right. So what would you say to someone listening that they're not sure what we do? They've listened to your story and they're like, I think I want to make a change, but I don't know. Like, what would you say?
I say take the first step and go into the office and make an appointment. And just from there, you're going to sign up and follow the plan, and you're going to succeed. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll succeed.
Yeah.
And your health is worth everything.
Yeah.
Your well-being.
Yeah. Like I've heard, some people like, oh, I can't afford it right now. But
Can you afford to be sick? Can you afford to be unhealthy? Can you afford medications when your body's failing you?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. To me, it's a small price to pay for your health and your well-being. And you're educating yourself as well for many years to come.
That's true. Oh, you guys are so amazing. See, you guys get it. I love that. I'm happy. I'm a happy girl because I've helped make a difference.
You really have.
You have.
Oh, thank you so much.
And that's the thing I would say, to know that you can start this it's kind of like, oh, will I lose weight? That's not a question anyone should have, because the science that's with this program, it's like a guarantee. It's just, well, how much do you want to lose? Because, and what you honestly, when I met you and I was talking to you, and what really got me is hearing the different age groups that you were talking about, the different people that actually have lost weight. And in my mind, I thought the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight. But when you were giving me the ages of people and then the amount of weight they were able to lose, I'm like, so it's not about the metabolism and the age. Like, if you can be over 50 and lose like massive amounts of weight, then I know I can lose the weight, like no doubt about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're alive and breathing and you still have that innate intelligence operating in your body, miracles are always possible. No matter how old you are, no matter how sick you are, I think there's always hope. And we were designed to be healthy. We were designed to have energy and to feel good. And so, yeah, it's a PuraVida life. I love what you said, Helmut, about, just like, it's like just PuraVida, for life. It's not about just a short-term diet, but just a different way of life, just pure living. Yeah. All right. Well, any other closing thoughts or comments? I think we covered a lot. I'm so proud of both of you. So, Helmut, are you in a new round right now too?
I'm going to start in a couple days.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going to start in a couple days.
Hey, I can't wait to see your progress. I can't wait to see your progress.
Thank you.
I want to post your before picture so people can see what a difference.
Okay. Just remember, this is midway. You're going to see a lot more of me gone.
He came in with I'm going to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. And I'm like, where did you get that from? He's like, I think they told me that. I'm like, they don't give you a number. And then when he actually beat that goal, I'm like, oh gosh, this is ridiculous. How did he lose more than 40 pounds in 40 days? I'm like, this is just too much. He actually did it. He had a goal and he stuck to it, and it happened. So it was great.
But you both followed it. So you didn't cheat. You followed it. You followed the system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
So when
follow
you
the
follow
system, you won't be hungry. You know, just eat the right foods at the right time, and it works. There's no doubt about it. It works. I'm
Yeah,
living
and
proof. We're both living proof that it works.
you were saying one last thing I wanted to touch on. You were talking about like other diets, you know, they're not healthy, you know, you're deprived, you're hungry, there's no nutrition. How is this different? Do you feel like your body's being supported nutritionally?
Yes, I feel it's being nourished very well.
Yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
very happy with the foods that I eat, and I'm full when I eat them.
Nice. So you're both off work at the same time right now?
I'm actually going in today in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your day. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Helmut. Are you not working today, Helmut?
No, I'm off today.
Nice. Enjoy your son. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You've helped us a lot.
Oh, thanks, Bianca. All right, guys. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.